Hi, here I am going to explain about the receipt voucher in Odoo17, how we can record the customer payments like as a receipt voucher, either the advance payment or against an invoice, open invoice. So you want to go to the accounting module. Then on the top you can see transactions. Click on receipt voucher. Click on new. Here you can select the voucher type as advance payment if the payment is advance. There are multiple options as available. Then you have to choose the customer name, then the amount. Automatically the system will show the pending amount. If you have any invoice which is already existing in the system, it will show the amount due. In our case it is an advance payment, so I will add the amount here, then date, also the memo means the reference, either the transfer number or whatever reference you can put it. Then payment mode I will put it as cash, then payment method as manual. Then even you can mention or you can assign this payment or the receipt voucher to a particular cost center. Analytic distribution means the cost center, either to a project or whatever. Then you can save this as a draft receipt voucher. Then even you can check the journal entry, how it is reflecting the accounts. Then you can click on confirm. Once you click on confirm, you will have a number, receipt voucher number, which is generated by the system automatically. Then you have the journal entry. You can check the journal entry here. If you click here, you can see the cash, which is debit the 500, and debtors control account or the account receivable, which is having the credit side of 500. So this is the first method, like we received an amount from the customer as advance. So the other case is like we already have an invoice which is created and which is not paid, so we have to collect the payment against that invoice. In that case, either we can go to the customer invoice and we can click on register payment, or else we can come here in the receipt voucher, then we can allocate the payment. So I'll go to the customer invoices. I'll create a new invoice. For example, for the customer, this one, I'll add one item. This is my item and the amount is 700. I'll just confirm this invoice. So now the invoice is posted here. Then I'll go back to the transactions receipt voucher, click on new. Then I will choose voucher type as allocation payment because I already have an invoice which is open. Click on allocation payment. You can see one window which is on the downside, like invoice number, amount due as well. This is the invoice list. So I'll choose the customer as the same customer, Petroleum Vision Company. Then you can see the amount due which is available. I'll click on fetch in pending invoices. So the invoice which is already pending is here, 805, means including the VAT amount. So this is our invoice which is created just now. Then this is the amount due. So I want to collect the payment against this invoice, like the exact amount. For example, 805 I'm going to collect. I can put the 805. Then automatically this amount is updated here. So what will happen, the amount which is having the invoice, like the same amount what we received, which is reflected here. If I click on confirm, the journal entry will be created for this payment, as well as the reconciliation will happen. So you can see the reconciliation happened against the invoice, also the journal entry. If I click on the journal entry, the cash is debit and also the debtors control account. And if I go to the invoice, I can see the invoice which is already paid against that receipt voucher. So this is how the two methods, one is the advance payment from the customer as well as the allocation payment against an open invoice.